開台啦，大家好，好耐冇開台啊！我哋今日玩邊啲遊戲啊？What Remains of Edith Finch 呢隻好出名嘅遊戲嚟㗎啦，已經都唔使點多介紹。大概好似2017年出嘅小品遊戲，咁呢個 game 唔係好長嘅，所以都唔會睇攻略㗎啦。我哋獎杯攞到就攞，攞唔到就算。我未睇過 trophy list。呢個 game 我哋就係 Edith Finch。個古仔其實個大佬因為呢個 game 太出名啦，所以其實咁多年嚟已經大概知個 game 係玩乜。但係個 game 就係主要係話我哋係 Finch 家嘅人有啲特別，咁我哋而家就係搭緊船翻去我哋有間祖屋啊，Finch 祖屋。咁啊，其他點細節我都唔係好清楚，咁啊，我哋一齊嚟呢個 journey 咯。點玩啊？呢個咩掣？哦，兩隻手，issue
A lot of this isn't going to make sense to you, and I'm sorry about that. I'm just going to start at the beginning, with the house.
有冇 collectible 咧？我哋唔知。
My brother Milton disappeared when I was 4. It was like the house just swallowed him up.
Melton 4歲唔見咗，喺祖屋唔見咗 ，disappear 2003年。去 Washington 11歲唔見，佢4歲，佢11歲，哦佢大哥嚟嘅。
Someone had put up a chain link fence, but it looked like I wasn't the first person to hop it.
學煙，哦呢度咁夾硬吸。間屋俾人鎖咗，點解自己屋企嘅家族嘅祖屋會俾人鎖咗？公平嘅咩？啊，哦，呢個係個 Finch 樹，我哋係1999年西 Melton 92失蹤當死咗啊！我覺阿爸就係叫阿 Don， 個 game 一開波冇得揀 Red on 啦，冇咁暈啊嘛，大家我話冇事啊，我驚觀眾暈。
I lived here until I was 11, but I wasn't allowed inside half the rooms.
都係熄咗個 reticle，咁樣我整唔到好靚嘅 screenshot。真係好靚喎風景，小遊戲嚟講算唔錯喎，好似平時行山咁。哇！郵差先生送信迅速嚟到呢個信箱，行好遠喎。
Inside the mailbox were bills from 7 years ago, marked urgent, open immediately.
可唔可以攞出嚟睇？7年冇翻過啦，7年冇人翻過呢間祖屋。
I hadn't been back since my brother Lewis's funeral.
Louis 另一個細佬，哇！再大啲喎，大佬，嗰個大佬88年，係咯，隻 game 出嗰時17，OK。已經推冧咗我個牌，撞鬼咯！
In her will, my mother left me a key, but didn't tell me what it unlocked.
哦，全家死晒，阿媽16年最 recent 啦當。
Maybe she thought I'd know. Or she thought that the mystery would be enough to bring me back.
The Finches 行嗰條靚路先啦，我哋翻去屋企先。
No one had driven this way in a long time, but I saw a few hoof prints.
哦，呢條路已經係爛咗。哦，我都好得咪綠色，咁我哋不行埋下路先啊咁。我哋冇跑掣。hiking game 花。
The truth is, even after I inherited the house, I never thought I'd come back to it. But now I had questions about my family that only the house knew the answers to.
跟住啲紫陽花。斬樹。
The woods around the house have always been uncomfortably silent, as if they're about to say something but never do.
呢啲樹可能係當年白椰起祖屋嗰啲，就係用呢啲木。嗰邊應該就係翻間屋咧。依然可能喺山邊，我想睇下係咪可以出去望到海。 有冇海景？落巴士 ？No。大家應該已經知啦，呢隻係一隻 Walking Simulator game，我哋玩咗好幾隻㗎啦，之前 indie。咁啊，最中意呢啲故仔簡單短啲，可以俾啲細公司講故仔啊，啲細嘅 developer。哇！有個報紙，同埋2樓嗰張 missing 喎，係咪意思就係話2樓係跌咗落水？哦，樹熊龜都翻嚟。Washington 嘅我哋 JRM 1187係有冇邊個祖先？摩地，唔好意思啊，食緊車厘子。
The house was exactly like I remembered it, the way I'd been dreaming about it.
幾正喎間屋。正啊！上去最高嗰間房。哇！嗰個蛇咁樣有條龍喺屋企啊！左手畫圓圈，右手畫條龍。龍蛇 alligator。
I asked Edie once about the dragon in the pond. She said it had killed her husband. I was 6. It seemed like an odd joke to me, even then.
邊個又係 Edie 啊？Edie 啊，哇，好老喎，1912年，大佢80歲，應該係太埋㗎啦吧？即係佢殺咗 Odin。可以光翻啲。又好似失咗真啊！呢隻 game 係圍繞住佢一家嘅回憶，唔知大家同屋企人關係好冇呢？即係托賴天父保守啊嘛，我覺得我嘅童年都幾開心
As a
嘅。
child, the house made me uncomfortable in a way I couldn't put into words. Now, as a 17-year-old, I knew exactly what those words were. I was afraid of the house.
17歲那日不要臉，參加了挑戰。
The house felt like it had always been here. Even the swing set was older than my mother.
一個正門，garage。
I heard something moving around in the garage.
哦，驚，有啲驚，照入去啦。佢呢個係 attach， 但係會唔會可能係唔入屋嘅咧？
Crawling through the doggy door used to be a lot easier when I was 11.
呢個 game 係得行路同埋兩個掣，所以唔會有太複雜嘅解謎㗎啦。C 塊係咩版啊？喂，我個年代已經用呢啲吊住個波泊車 ，OK， 有個 kiddie pool。
The power had been turned off the night we left.
電掣喺咪車房？美國有啲係南部咧，特別係好興將啲電箱啊、水掣擺喺。有德州我見過啲新屋咧，直情將個電箱係擺屋出面添。Fishing rod.
For the first time in years, I felt like I was home.
I'm home.
But instead of a family, there were just memories of one.
Don Lewis, Eddie, Edith. Don Lewis, Edith， 仲有邊個啊？咩記憶咧 ？Edith 係我啦 ，Lewis 大佬 ，Don 係阿媽 ，Eddie 唔見喎 ，Eddie 係咪再？哦 ，Eddie 係阿嫲先，係啦，阿嫲。呢個係1、2、3、4、5歲生日，所以已經冇個2樓喺度咯。In Nothing Memory, Louis Finch。又邊個啊 Louis？ 2樓個名唔係叫 Melton 咩？哦，大佬，即係對上一次返嚟就最後一次大佬個喪禮查案啊！而家好似哇！咁阿媽都好慘喎。大佬同阿嫲同一年過身，因為其他啲全部都係冇 particular 年 reason 啊，全部都係6幾年、7幾年、8幾年，都係冇開過雪櫃。呢啲7年冇開過啲雪櫃，唔好搞。咦，見到自己啊大肚啊我有咁大個肚腩。
Like how only one restaurant would deliver to our house, so we had Chinese a lot.
啊 Q， 住到咁深刻啦，都預自己煮飯噶咯。Cosmic cuisine, pleasure of Japanese cooking. Tasting Thailand， 第一品咩啊？咩乜 Flower of India, Fanny Farmer Junior Cookbook. There's smoke in the forest. 估埋唔到佢哦，咁多魚。
Or how after Lewis started working at the cannery, we all got sick of eating salmon. Except our cat, Molly.
哦 ，Molly 就係隻貓。Molly 係喺側邊，1997。咁後生，咁大佬，你10歲返工？我隻貓點得啊？37年去到嗰個47年嚟噶喎，定係用翻阿姨啲名啊 ？Apple pie， 嗰邊係廳，呢邊去翻正門先。
Nothing in the house looked abnormal. There was just too much of it, like a smile with too many teeth.
呢啲都幾貴啊，搭升降機。
My mom wasn't much of an optimist, but she never stopped believing that my brother Milton was alive.
呢個最後可能就係出嚟咧，揾翻第2樓咧。仲有，喂，出唔到去嘅。哦，原來頭先出面嗰個鎖就係呢一個。咁我可唔可以正門入去啊？而家出翻車房試下先。其實呢啲狗仔、貓仔動物門佢有得鎖，哎頂，出唔翻。係喎，因為我捐入嚟，我而家可以開翻。阿媽留條鎖匙俾我，又唔係開屋企門。屋企就係一個冇電嘅狀態啊！哇！真係打仗咁多罐頭。呢個房門愛麗絲，咁我哋試下先。
A lot of things got left behind in the whirlwind of that last night. Edie told me once that every Finch who ever lived is buried somewhere in the library.
哦，書咯、回憶咯、日記咯，呢啲都係其中一種埋葬嚟嘅，我覺得。就係 Barbara。
Great Grandpa Sven built a music box for Barbara,
Sven
along with the rest of the house.
曾祖父。嗰隻咩 squash 定咩？嗰啲深山白嘢。Rubber Swan。 有鎖匙之後嘅事咧，依間係 basement，重重標本，小提琴、中提琴。
Even the fireplace had a story. Edie told me the bricks came from the original house after it sank.
sank 沉咗落水壺啊！間屋7年冇返嚟，又算 keep 得幾好。哦，咁可能電箱喺 basement 啊，咁我行埋呢邊先。
The table was still a wreck from the night we left.
其實做乜急住走呢？仲未講。
It was like a bomb had gone off, killing everyone but sparing the furniture. My mom was the only one of us who could imagine Great-Grandma Edie living in a nursing home.
呢啲 dock 而家已經冇乜咯，我自己嗰個買咗翻嚟俾 iPod， 係啊，10幾年前15、16年前買俾 iPod 嗰個，而家都掉咗。埋樓上先。
After Milton disappeared, Mom sealed up all the bedrooms. Then Edie retaliated and drilled peepholes.
咁搞笑嘅兩母女，阿媽鎖晒啲門，跟住阿嫲就轉窿。依家係 Molly。
Molly always seemed like a girl I could imagine being friends with, if she hadn't died in 1947.
喺2戰尾。老鼠，37到死得，哇10歲嘅做呢個阿姨。間房，high ceiling，喂！依間屋真係唔差喎。
Whenever people ask me about my family, the first thing they always want to know about is Barbara.
童星嚟嘅噃。My friend Bigfoot Barbara 44到60 OK。Barbara Finch， 所以太馬嚟喎，咁即係頭先嗰個，如果係阿 Swan 係阿爺。阿 Swan 整一個木盒，頭先俾 Barbara，OK。
Edie's father Odin built the original house.
再大一輩，哇，講得咁清楚啲啊嘛。咁啊，說 Swan 就佢老豆，即係 Edie 個老公，係真係 Edie 加 Odin 條線啦，基本上 Odin 太爺條線就生咗Edie 就阿嫲。阿婆啦，應該咁講啦，阿婆。咁跟住阿婆就生咗可能5個小朋友。 會唔會咧？睇下先，即係出年係咯，遲啊，生5個小朋友，跟住可能條支線嗰度就係5051，定係真係生咗咁多個啊？8個都係阿婆啲細路。依間屋就 Barbara。
Barbara was a child star for 2 years, until America grew out of it.
而家都仲有好多呢啲嗰啲 celebrity 嗰啲選美啊 ，pair beauty contest， 有啲童星幾廿年嚟都係咁。呢度有個酒櫃，我睇唔睇我條頸鏈係有啲種子會飄飄飄嗰種，好似竹蜻蜓嗰種樹種子。哇，仲有得上啊，大佬！咁我睇埋呢邊先。依家我隻 Swan Eddie。Swan and Eddie 係咧，就阿婆同阿公。
The last time I was in Edith Sr.'s room, I was 10 and she was painting my portrait.
跟住 Calvin and Sam 兩個係分一間房，孖仔嚟嘅，1950，一個61死，一個83死，所以就 Calvin 早死，間房主要其實應該 pretty much 係 Sam， 但因為依間屋係組屋，都係兩個 twins。
My Grandpa Sam spent 7 years sharing a room with his dead brother, Calvin.
Sam 係 granddad， 所以真係太嫲Odin 就係太嫲個老豆。好亂啊開始。George 係咪 Gregory？
As a kid, I just assumed every house had peepholes and sealed rooms you weren't allowed inside of.
依間係粉紅色廁所，依啲係咪 60咗個 style 啊？60嗰個美國興長冷地氈定 70s？ 76到77，哇！全部都好早死喎，佢依家全部都係10歲啊，10零歲。入唔入去好咧？
I spent a lot of time playing in Great Uncle Walter's room. I think my mom sometimes regretted not sealing it up.
So pretty.
Lewis told me there were secret passages, but I never believed him.
20,000 leak.
Turns out, my mom was really good at keeping secrets. Now it was time to find out what my mom had been afraid of.
你先，我哋隔離間房係咩？收埋 Molly 係阿姨老阿姨，跟住隔離依間係 Water， 就最細個仔，可能細舅父。又唔係喎。睇下先，好亂。即係樹葉應該就係外家，即係嫁入嚟入贅嗰啲，咁所以阿媽係 Dawn， 應該隔離 Gus 同埋 Gregory 係佢同輩阿貓輩，即係舅父。咁 K 應該就係同阿媽，即係老豆就上面一個啦，咩 S 睇唔到啊，Saint J 新 J 就係老豆。咁所以 K 就係應該係阿公，唔係喎，但 Swan 係阿公喎，又好亂啊！我係咪已經甩咗一代啊？點解可以係咪有祖屋就可以有族譜咁樣可以咁齊全？
From the paintings on the wall, it was clear my brother Milton had been here before me.
Mal?
Reading this, maybe it sounds like I had a plan.
閣樓閣 Edith 嗰邊穿係咁，應該就係 Molly 間房啊，但
But I
係
had no idea what was behind that door.
Molly 間房阿姨
Just like I had no idea where
姨
all this
婆
was gonna lead. I grew up looking at Molly's room through the peephole. Molly's gerbil had a tiny bedroom with its own even tinier gerbil cage.
Young hamster.
Being inside for the first time, I felt like I'd stepped behind a painting.
從來都係得一面嘅，而家水 jellyfish。阿媽係600，咁早一輩37，即係起碼姨婆一輩。所以阿 Sam 可能就係阿公，咁 Eddie 就已經係太婆。Molly 所以係阿公嗰輩，即係總之係姨婆輩啦。其實英文就咁 great grand 咁啊清楚啲，中文啊麻煩啲。Molly Finch
December 13th, 1947. Dear Diary, I'll be gone soon, but I wanted to tell somebody about what's gonna happen. It started when Mom sent me to bed without dinner. I woke up and I was starving, so I looked around for something to eat.
唔係食咗個 hamster 嘛？
My Halloween candy was all gone.
Oh no.
Mom, can I come out now?
Sweetheart, it's late. Go to sleep.
哦，啲口音。
The gerbil food was dry, but I didn't mind it.
I thought about
I thought about eating Christopher, but I held back. 食咗條蘿蔔夠啦啩？哇！小朋友都有自己套房，呢間屋真係正，自己起祖屋嘅呢樣嘢好。 I kept eating and eating.
食牙膏啊！呢個 Miracle 顏料啊 ，can't
I ate a lot of things that night.
呢啲係。
Then I heard chirping outside my window. It was a barn swallow going back to her nest. I reached out for her. And suddenly, I was a cat. I tried to be quiet, but the bird was really scared.
聖誕節 Christmas, I gave you my heart。我係咪上屋頂啫？唔似有嘢執咯。嗰邊入屋㗎啦噃。
Mom and Dad didn't even look at me.
佢哋係咪豬頭啊？公仔啊？我睇唔到，冇一個 zoom 掣喎。
The babies were all gone.
生咗咯，冇暗烈食咯。去邊邊呢？哦，呢邊係起緊個車房啊！嗰時，Maggie，
I jumped and I almost got her.
呢啲要追嘅時候先至更加要慢。Treehouse.
I could tell she was getting really tired.
係唔俾上台，好有家教。
Now I was up in the big tree. I promised Dad I wouldn't climb it anymore. All I cared about was eating that mama bird. I gobbled her up.
Yep.
And suddenly, I was an owl. First, all I heard was the wind. Then I heard little teeth nibbling in the grass.
有老鼠。
Rabbits.
套
I
跟
imagined his face looking up and seeing mine
Yep,
through my
yep, yep.
talons. I swallowed him up, and I didn't chew one bit. Then I flew off to find something bigger.
大個兔仔喺一個田度。
A mama rabbit.
She
was too big to carry. I started choking, but I couldn't stop eating. And suddenly, I was a shark.
哦，聽到好痛啊！哦，怎麼 ragdoll 啊？
I rolled off a cliff and into the ocean. Now, I was hungrier than ever.
哦，就係佢食咗太夜。
I wanted fat, juicy seals.
哇，好難啊喂！可唔可以用每次嘅 turbo 唔可以直線？ 好難教喎呢個。
I tore off her flipper, and it tasted really good.
見字飲水啊，大家！但冇得飛上去。而家會要我做咩？哦，我個契弟冇咗個 flip 佢都仲游到水。
Grabbed on tight, but I was so hungry, I jumped out of the water. When I opened my eyes, everything had changed.
我哋係八爪魚嚟，定係蛇啊？我哋。 我而家喺架 ferry
Now I
啊！
was a monster, and I smelled people everywhere. I was big, but I moved real quiet.
食人了，入到得晒。喺度幾遠？
Passenger, I was still hungry. And across the water, I smelled something new. Something I had to have, so I swam towards it.
冰坑渠。
I slithered onto the sand, and the good smell went into an old pipe.
銀高頭望天花板咧，因為我哋而家係遠睇脊椎冇脊椎動物。呢個馬桶嚟喎，係翻自己屋企。係咯，呢個似係我個自己嘅廁所喎。
I got closer and closer.
係咪最後都係要食條魚？啱你。床下底咯 ，monster 啊嘛，我哋係。斬下。雞仔，寫咩睇唔到啊 ？All my
stomach started growling. And suddenly, I was me again. I held my breath for a long time, but I couldn't hear anything. I think it's waiting for me to fall asleep. But it's not going to wait much longer. It needs to feed, and we both know I will be delicious.
I'm not sure if I believed all of that, but I'm sure Edie would have. I got the sense Edie had spent a lot of time here before my mom sealed the doors.
37即係太坡，第一個細路10幾年。哦，可以出去啊！
This will be obvious later, but my mom never told me any of these stories. Edie would have, but Mom didn't like bringing up the past. Though, when we adopted a stray kitten, she was the one who named it Molly.
有衛星，大致上都冇變啦。出面果然係海。
I spent a lot of time in Great-Grandma Edie's room. When Edie told people Sven was killed by a dragon, she could also have said he was building a dragon-shaped slide that collapsed. She could have, but she didn't. One summer, they evacuated the island, but Edie refused to go. For a few weeks, she was a celebrity. I hadn't thought of myself as Edith Jr. for a long, long time.
Edith Junior Lecture.
Edie gave a big interview about a mole man living under the Finch house. My mom was furious.
呢個太坡幾好玩喎 ！Funny.
Edie knit me a new pair of gloves every year, just in time to replace the old ones. Louis died a week before we left, but Edie had already started to memorialize him. Her room was like a museum.
Odin.
Even in her 90s, sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother.
Odin 係再老啲啊嘛，呢個係 Edith 老豆。Mystery of Death and Thereafter. Odin Finch.
For 500 years, the Finches have been famous throughout Norway for their fortune and misfortune. Odin Finch buries the latest victims of the family curse, his wife Ingeborg and their newborn son, Johan.
Ingeborg。佢而家 PS5 個手掣咧有壓力回反 feedback 咧，撳落嗰下 slide 好呢下咧好正啊個摩打個 feel 真係彈咁啊！
1937, he set sail with his family and his house,
搬埋
hoping
過
to
嚟，
leave the curse behind.
其實係間屋係有輻射。
But 40-foot waves off the coast of Washington send the house and Odin to the bottom of the sea.
哦，咁死嘅。
Odin's daughter Edie, with husband Sven and baby Molly, step ashore on their new home, Orcas Island. Odin Finch is the first to be buried in the new family cemetery. His daughter Edie is already dreaming of a new Finch house. Whatever's wrong with this family, it goes back a long ways.
啊！我個係太坡老豆，而家係太坡廁所。70啫嘛 ，hot pink 呢個長地氈已經有呢個
The only
his
trace
and
Grandpa
hers
Sam's first wife Kay left on the house was the pink bathroom. It was a pretty big trace.
Grandpa Sam，所以 Sam 先係 Grandpa，佢個仔 OK。佢第一個老婆 Kay， 係 老人家年紀大咗沖涼，記住要咁樣啊！擺喺凳坐低，有啲扶手，好緊要啊！哇，咁都要企正個廁所。
There's a secret in this bathroom.
呢個係 Sam 啊！呢個阿公帶啲仔嚟玩。
It's in the last place you would look. It isn't in the cupboard. It's hidden in this book.
我未想入去住喎，我都未行完。
Sven gave Sam an old camera he'd refurbished. He never put it down.
係啦，我哋以後記 Eddie 同 Sven 係第一代，第一代就俾咗第二代。我調翻轉啦，感覺。1、2、3、4代、5代，我哋係第5代，即係以 Odin 係第一代 ，Eddie 係第2代。Sam 係第3代 ，Dawn 係第4代，我哋係第5代，咁就係 Sam 第2代 Swan 俾咗第3代，即係俾咗阿公，俾咗阿公個相機，跟住教佢學識玩晒相。黑房好玩啦，我爸爸都好中意影相。我初中喺 SGM 嗰時，我都有去玩晒相，我覺得係好玩。不過始終攝影呢樣興趣又冇咁嘅耐性，我冇呢個美術藝術家嘅觸覺去影到張相嘅構圖。個人我諗得。Melton 成日周圍走，捐窿捐罅皮仔嚟咯。喺 Kelvin 同 Sam 間房，咁又係睇翻 Sam 就係因為我阿公梗係長命嗰個啦，佢孖生細佬 Kelvin 就短命啦。OK， 11歲過身。所以頭先一開始喺廁所時係2個人。Kelvin and Sam。我幾有諗頭喎。
I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin.
我係想做太空人，呢個就鍾意影相同大自然。
And that he never talked about him.
Oh.
I guess my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it. My brother said he'd die before he ate another mushroom, and he did. At Barbara's funeral, we swore we'd never be afraid again, and he wasn't. I think Calvin always wanted to fly.
Sam! Calvin! Dinner's ready! Coming!
But that day, he finally made up his mind to do it. I told him going around was impossible. Maybe if I hadn't said that,
哇！要高啊 round 我。
maybe if the wind hadn't picked up,
成條樹枝飛
then
出去咩？
maybe he'd still be here. But I doubt it. I think he'd already made up his mind. That's what I want to remember about my brother.
哦，勁喎！亂繩應該以為要短㗎咁。
The day he made up his mind to fly. And he did.
Take off。
Calvin's story felt strangely familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing. After the funeral, Edie roped off Calvin's half of the room.
咁你仲講你將間半個細路見到間房有一半。
Mom said Grandpa Sam enlisted at 18 and never set foot in the room again.
係咯，你搞到成個博物館咁，即係好明顯係紀念啲嘢啦，即係你搞到無屍顯見屍咁樣。呢間屋真係咩鬼馬噗噗車咁啊！
The passages were a pretty tight fit. They'd obviously been built for smaller hands and bellies.
酒櫃 Barbara 2年同星啊嘛，記得。點解？
Growing up, I always thought of Barbara as a child star.
She is she is。咁咪童星喎，仲唔係 star？ 做咗2年喎，戲喎，名人嚟喎，你覺得佢 movie star 係冇錯噶噃？睇下佢幾多歲死先入 Barbara 4，我唉，可唔可以整個 zoom 仔個筆記？44到60。O.K. 16歲死，又係嗰啲大個咗接受唔到嗰啲。又係第3代啊，係阿姨嗰代啊，第姨婆啊，大我哋2代啊嘛，姨婆 Barbara。
I never thought about how hard it must have been for her afterwards.
After 咩事啊？即係不在哭。 我童星到大個女嗰陣，我個蛋糕啊 pizza 咩嚟㗎？我睇下先。Happy birthday Barbara， 大個女㗎啦噃已經。Greek Tales Alice in Wonderland The Hollywood Workout Free from School The Red Carpet Angels 係咪啊？先 The Red Carpet Shape Shifting OK 上面嗰行咧，哇都要打側身嘅睇 The Poetic 二婆好潮啊！佢哋個個因為大硬 The Dreadful Story
Of all the stories people wrote about Barbara's death, I'm surprised Edie saved this one.
Old Jack here with another ghastly tale inspired by America's most unfortunate family. I'm calling it The Surprise Ending of Barbara Finch. As a child star, Barbara was famous for her scream. Now at 16, she was all washed up. A has-been. But in a lucky break, she'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans. It was just the boost her career needed. Unfortunately, her scream hadn't aged well.
Getting better. I think you just need the right motivation.
Her biggest fan and current boyfriend, Rick, was about to demonstrate when...
Now that was a great scream.
It was Barbara's father, Sven. He'd slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room. So Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter. Her convention comeback was cancelled.
Okay, I'm hearing frustration, but I'm not hearing terror. What if I tried...
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been terrorizing Orcas Island tonight. Police are urging residents to...
That came from the basement.
You're right! Also, I loved your delivery on that. Why is your basement door locked?
Because my dad likes making puzzles and secret passages. There's a key hidden in the music box. The secret is to keep winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
Thanks, babe. I'll be back in a sec.
20 minutes later, Rick hadn't returned. So Barbara went to look for him, right on cue. She reached for the music box. And as she wound the key, she listened for Rick, but the house was silent.
即係教我去啦。搖都愛破橋。我哋未知個樓下嗰間。
Found Rick's crutch and imagined the worst.
唔得毒噃！哇，有 feel 喎，發嗰下有燥氣喎又係。我覺得可能篤到個波嘅話係會有 獎杯，跟住我估清台得唔得？啱啱有個獎杯 clear 咗啲乜我唔知 ，clear 咗 table 啩？哦，所以喐開條木先得。過唔到去，哇！咁 Q 大呢個 basement， 現人將亦得在此。
The gang's leader is the infamous Hookman killer, Dr. Carl Hamill, who impaled and then ate his family 10 years ago tonight.
走犯，青山走犯。咩啊？咩隻星星 ？Friday in， 哎呀，啱啱阿爸俾嘢鋸咗啊！二代目啦，我哋叫。識喐嘅。Whack！ 我哋之前未落過 basement， 哇都有啲驚喎，而家有啲緊張，背脊有啲汗啊。開門。我下唔打唔得啦，抵死。
Barb, relax. I was just trying to scare you to help you find your scream.
Well, I'm not scared, Rick. I'm furious.
Then act furious. All I'm getting from you now is that you're hurt and confused and
She threw him out, but she kept a little something to remember him by.
Barb, have you seen my other crutch?
And she was still holding it when she fell asleep watching the late picture show.
話睇湊細佬 Water。
Later.
Barbara! Walter, what's going on up there? Ah! Okay, I'm coming up, but if this is a trick, you're dead, Walter.
Barbara 我睇下先。Water 05年，所以唔係關 Barbara 事。OK。哎呀，啱啱行完 basement 又要行主層啊！我呢度有堂梯。要上樓。我得入廚房。哦，呢個唔係廚房，呢邊呢度。咁點解唔係廚房啊？呢度 ？Why it isn't 廚房？隔離廚房，跟住車房喎，點解唔俾我過？上樓咯。玉呢劍法 Water， 我哋未見過 Water 間房喎，老實講。啱埋呢個 Water。
Walter, are you there?
我冇諗住埋去啊。Peek。冇焗住。
Walter vanished, but his bedside radio was still on.
Orcas Island police describe the man as 6 feet tall, with a steel hook for a hand. Residents are urged to lock all doors and windows and notify the police of any suspicious activity.
Barbara turned, saw the hook man, and was speechless. He was quite smashing. And the only was he couldn't get enough of Barbara.
Okay, Barbara. There's gotta be another way out of here.
呢間屋咁多隱藏房。
That night, she played her part beautifully.
我大過咗 Molly 房，你咩啊 ？Molly 又過去催眠房。
She thought about abandoning Walter, but just couldn't do it.
出嚟突襲佢。
Hadn't been opened in years. The hinges groaned. He wasn't moving, but she sensed the story might not be over yet.
喺度綁住咗。等我落去收佢皮啊 ！Barbara 16歲，應該60年雙呢啲雙滾族。哇！雪劇話雪劇。
The hookman
Go on.
had vanished. She listened for his breathing, but all she heard was
好子什麼鬼也不怕，夠膽撳鐘啊！即係明人不作暗示。
at the door. She heard whispering.
自自針，自自針，自自針。
Inside the house.
Oh dear.
Fan club。
The monsters had come to surprise her. For Barbara, it was a dream come true. Then she saw what kind of monsters they were, and she realized what was about to happen. She was going to be famous. And with her final breath, Barbara Finch gave the performance of her life.
呢啲
I wasn't there myself, but I hear Barbara was magnificent. Poor girl. She had a taste for stardom. But unfortunately, so did her fans. Of course, the police blamed it all on poor Rick, who disappeared the same night. And little Walter? Hiding under his bed the whole time. He took it all pretty hard, but that's another story. As for Barbara, tucked inside the music box is all they ever found of her. Her ear. Now that's what I call a real eerie tale.
好夾硬喎，即係呢啲死法，好夾硬。
Edie told me all Barbara wanted was to be remembered, as absurd as that comic was. Maybe what Edie saw was a happy ending.
即係好夾硬喎呢種死法，呢啲同吹出街天降燒餅揼暈咗一樣嘅啫喎。係咯，隻 game 我以為佢會。
I guess now I know why Mom didn't like me playing with the music box.
上埋閣樓。
Mom must have locked the third floor stairs on the night we left.
Bra， 依邊。
It's funny. All those times I played with the music box and never found the basement key.
哦，有個廁所頭先就 Gregory 76，點解會我度呢 ？Sam Swine 喺我度。Eddie 頭先間房，跟住喺廁所就係 Kelvin 同 Sam，跟住隔離又係 Kelvin and Sam。2樓已經 clear 啦，我哋要最後都係落返去 Water 房，隔離係去 Molly。我已經開始熟佢哋間組㗎啦，我哋已經係家庭嘅一份子。我係家族 library， 依邊係 closet， 所以頭先頭先依邊係擋住咗，所以點解我哋入唔到去廚房？廁所依邊明明
I wonder if that comic was right about there being a key inside the music box near the basement.
我之前我就咁開唔到嘅咩？我哋都未試，我哋行運啲上面我哋都未開。喺度繼續扭，哦，要扭到出嚟。Typical， 就係咪有篤波先？電箱，喂！呢個電箱又話冇電，又唔俾我打返開。先呢度水掣，水依邊。電喺我邊 hit 路，嗰個應該係電㗎，點解唔俾㗎？熱水餐喺度，跟住呢度個 workshop， 呢啲仲唔係電箱？
Mom said the basement was off limits, unless I wanted another tetanus shot.
呢啲好型啊！近年好興呢啲咁樣木板 carpenter 小矮人 swine 係太公。
I saw Edie sneak down to the basement once, carrying packages.
咪咯，阿姨又可以落嚟第二代，我哋又唔得。
I thought maybe she was hiding presents. Turned out she was hiding a lot more than that.
我哋入唔得。呢個之前我收埋佢，我冇理入㗎。阿 Rick 啊嘛，阿 Rick 喺呢個出嚟。哇 ！Saboteur 啊佢
I remember asking Mom
有
once about
金
where
礦
Walter。had gone.
Water 唔見咗 ，Water 係最
She said
細
after Barbara died,
嘅
he
舅
got as
父。
far away as he could.
喺 Doomsday Prepper 嚟個 Water。
If there's a pattern in all these stories, I think it's that none of us has gotten very far.
冇錯，我 so far 我哋都睇得出，最長咪真係得阿爾㗎啦已經。阿爾有幾多啊？12到10有98歲阿爾。Water 去到52到05，哇都有53歲喎，唔嘢少喎。哇 Water 你50幾歲睇落去成個80歲咁啊！哦，火車扮喺搭 Pacific Rail Line 05年。
Goodbye, everyone. I can't believe I've been down here for 30 years. On that first day, after the shaking started, I didn't think I'd survive a week. But after a few days, I settled into a routine. That's what kept me sane. Having a schedule, living for today. I always expected to be dead tomorrow. But if you wait long enough, you get used to anything.
冷戰啊 ，Cold War 啫。
Even a monster on the other side of the door starts to feel normal. Almost friendly.
哇！食咗10幾年邊土。
And then one day, everything just stopped. Whatever that thing was, it was gone. Maybe it got tired of waiting. Or maybe I just got tired of being afraid. It's been a week now, the longest in 30 years. I'm done waiting.
食晒啲。
I have to leave. Well, I still can.
呢個 head 出去，冷戰自己 nuclear fallout。屋企好多書啊。The Dark Defense 係咯 ，Cold War 時代。
I know it's out there somewhere. Whatever killed Barbara. And Molly.
哦，個 curse。
And Calvin.
好，我哋重溫一次先。一開始第一代第一代係得一個啫 ，Odin 就係搭船嚟到美國 Washington 嗰時，俾個浪捲咗落海死嘅。 跟住第二，跟住 Molly 係第3代啦，即係阿姨婆 Molly 第一個係變貓食嘢，覺得有怪獸，跟住 I'll be delicious， 即係有嘢食咗佢有隻怪獸。第二個 Brother 應該就有班癲佬夜晚嗰隻就解釋唔到，有班傻人溝殺咗佢分屍又係屍骨無存。Calvin 就係遙遙飛千秋揈咗出去，咁個問題我哋唔知佢揈咗出去係因為跌咗落海邊死啊，定係都係屍骨無存。OK， 即係所以個 game 都係9代咩9代單傳嗰啲咁樣啊，每代可能得一個人可以有。依代因為依代 Sam 係帶來咗，即係啲咩開枝散葉，咁 Water 就冇啦。哇，大佬呢啲真係蕩失路。我喺依邊嚟，呢度掉垃圾。
Maybe this is all a mistake. But I need to stop living the same day, even if it kills me.
住喺度30年，應該唔止喎。如果佢去到50幾歲，佢細個唔見，即係佢細個見證咗佢個二家姐 Barbara 俾怪獸捉走咗去，定殺人嘢啦 ，I don't know， 係咪？自己起咗個 underground shelter， 再加挖埋條通道。
Whatever's out there, I want you to know I'm ready for it. I'm going to appreciate all of it, especially the food. I don't mind if I only have a year left. Or a month. Or a single week. I'd be happy with one new day. I can already imagine the sun on my face.
哦，喺火車軌俾火車撞死。
Walter died when I was 6. I can't believe my mom never told me he was down here.
喺屋企住咗幾廿年。
I'm sure my mom was trying to protect me.
我哋跟住落去下面其實唔係火車軌。
Maybe she was afraid I'd end up like Walter. But if she never told me about an uncle under the house...
我個 moment 啊，所以佢阿媽話同人講有個 moment 住喺度。
I can only imagine what else she was hiding.
Uncle， 但係點解點會係阿媽 Great Uncle 嚟嘅咯？阿媽係 Don， 係咯 Great Uncle。
I don't want to make the same mistakes she made. Trying to bury something that's still alive.
我大佬黑佬，過場。
Now that there's only one of us left, or maybe 2, I thought it was time I heard the stories for myself. And found out what happened to everyone else. But now I'm worried the stories themselves might be the problem. Maybe we believed so much in a family curse, we made it real.
火車迷啊！我哋應該差唔多嘅 ，move on 上去。
I don't know if I should even be writing this. Maybe it'd be better if all this just died with me.
Wow, 太陽燈
But I thought you should know about your family.
佢寫俾個肚入面個 BB， 依幾嚿係
And the history you're a part of.
大佬入唔到去啊嘛！我哋出去行沙灘，石灘嚟㗎根本。BB 銀河鐵道，嗰個可能就係老豆，唔係老豆，第一阿大啊，第一代 Odin 架船係咪？沉咗間屋。
Though to be honest, I feel as lost as you probably do right now. I think the people in these stories believed them, for what that's worth.我哋呢個 first run 探索，所以比想象中耐啊！我哋已經玩咗，應該有2個幾，有冇3個鐘？ And when you look at the house, that history of imagination and stubbornness and madness, any of it seems possible.
我個千秋都升上去，冇理由。佢嗰個阿叔舅父龜舅父死咗我哋幾廿年，點會我哋都話我哋細個玩嗰個千秋點會仲係揈咗上去 ？Treehouse 呢個係後院巴熱水爐。
I think we've been surrounded by death for so long, we've just gotten used to it. What kind of family finishes building a cemetery before starting the house? It's embarrassing for me to admit this, but the pet cemetery made me more uncomfortable than the human one. 3 of the gerbils were mine, and 2 had been my fault.
呢啲就係動物 Lucy、Derpy、Burpy、Charlie、Daisy、Furpy、Loppy、Sherpy、Zoe、Coco、Tucker。菲利，哇！啲狗咁大隻啊，樣。Shadow， 呢個係咩？睇唔到。Christopher 摩利嗰條金魚係咯。Oliver 兔仔啊，我有養青蛙喎，但係唔知叫咩名。
Sven built the house, but it was Edie who designed the cemetery.
Well, Molly Finch， 呢度係人嗰邊咯，呢度係 Calvin Finch 就係太空夢，呢個發夢變貓頭鷹。Seven Edith 中意寫字，呢個中意 carpentry。Water 就係中意挖地，係定火車。Barbara 就係明星 ，Stardom。但係我哋都係。
I'm sure Odin's monument had been Edie's idea. My mom was always trying to move on, but for Edie, the past never went away.
探險家咩？
She could see it poking out of the water at low tide.
間舊屋，咩啊？將士理應陣上忙係咪？佢係一個探險家。
Edie said she dreamed about the old house every night.
又唔使 every night 嘛。Okay, what now?
Edie's side was always easier for me to understand. But the older I get, the more I can see where my mom was coming from.
咦？哦，轉咗第二條路。呢啲係咪我啲唔識嘅親戚啊？睇下先，未
Her dad
睇。
had been pretty strict, but it wasn't enough to save her brothers. She was just trying to do better. 7677呢啲咪即係1歲 BB 咯。Gregory Gus Sam 係50，即係明顯係大過 Dawn 一橛。
50歲先生阿媽，如果係要同一代嘅話，咁就即係佢真係可能冇5代，而係4代同堂，咁即係阿嫲阿婆係生8名，1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8。6、9、8、2，即係14、13歲。
She lost 2 of her brothers, just like I did. I get why she tried so hard to protect us.
呢個老公 Kuma 印度人，所以 Louis 大佬最知啱啱，我哋未知嗰個係咩意思啊？
There's so many things I wish I could ask my mom now. Part of me thinks this is what she wanted all along. For me to come back someday.
當一碌，哦，咁就長命過阿婆。
And find everything out for myself.
Treehouse。
But looking back on it now, if she told me there was going to be so much climbing,
你大肚難搞啲嘅係。
I never would have come when I was 22 weeks pregnant. I never met Grandpa Sam, but I think he and my mom had a lot in common.
我哋乜都唔講唔。
They were both pretty intense.
我覺得散步。 Sam 都係中意影相。
Dawn, I promise, you'll never forget this weekend.
Yes, sir.
These memories are gonna last a lifetime.
What?
Perfect.
It's gonna rain the whole weekend, isn't it? I will never forget this weekend, Dad.
That's the spirit.
有嘢要揾啊！我覺得長輩。
Smile, Dawn. Okay, got it.
I'm gonna take some pictures, okay?
Just be careful. That camera's older than you are.
Definitely should not have drunk all that coffee.
You're right, Dad. It's starting to clear up. Still freezing, though. Aw.
哇！好耐成隻 game 好耐冇咁休。
being outside.
Hold still while I take a picture of you.
I definitely won't be moving.
Are you done yet?
Hey!
That's a keeper.
Little more gas
隻
in the
game
tank,
好
I
耐
guess.
冇咁
I'm
休
just
閒，可以
saying,
唞一
I'm not
唞。
always gonna be here, Don. You'll need to remember this stuff, if you want to survive.
I'll be fine, Dad.
You know who else thought he was gonna be fine?
Some guy who died.
Don, I'm being serious.
I know, Dad. You're always serious. Doesn't being out here make you want to chill out?
Well, to tell you the truth, I haven't been out here in 20 years. Last time I was with my brother Calvin. Man, that was a great trip. Your grandpa Sven taught us how to fish, how to build a fire.
Dad!
Good eyes, Don. Before you take the shot, let me get a picture of you.
相機定開槍啊？Take fish。
Dad, I...
Just breathe. Turn off your imagination. Focus on your target. Let me get behind you.
Do I have to do this?
Don, you don't have to do anything. But if you want to survive, you'll need to be strong. Great shot, Don! I'm proud of you, Don. Always remember that, okay? Sorry, Don. Just gotta reset the timer.
唔係今日咁樣熱，跑唔切落個山啊！
Dad, it's twitching. I think
That's
it's
totally
some-
normal, Don. Just focus on the camera. Try not to think about.
Dad!
And that's how 阿公過身。哇哦！所以阿媽係唔中意講
Of all these stories,
個家族。
that's the one I wish most that my mom had told me.
我哋搞掂咗後面啦。我影嗰啲相呢度冇得睇返。
Sam spent his life shooting photos, but Mom said he got nervous being in front of the camera. I guess we're all afraid of something.
佢湊阿媽3個。係啊，所以阿媽係多咗一代，呢個係第2代，跟住之後第3代、4代，係咯，冇計錯啊，係5代同堂啦。
Instead of hiding from death, Sam seemed to go out of his way to meet it.
打仗。 佢翻嚟就變到呢間房 ，Sam 同 Kelvin 間房啊就鎖起咗啦，冇用啦。哇！好脹喎呢個天窗啊！要過大肚婆逼啊！入呢啲位切棉位冇陰功喎，乜冷氣呢間房咪熱到傻。不過好彩美國佢哋興係將啲呢啲擺屋頂嘅boiler。
After Sam died, my mom and Edie got really close. They'd both lost a lot.
BB 房啊 ，Baby Gate。6869 Gus， 即最大係大家姐係當，阿媽係大家姐。1歲 BB， 呢個係舅父。Divorce contract 我睇唔到。
Dear Kay, do you remember the way Gregory used to laugh when he thought he was alone? Like something funny was happening, but only he could see it. I think he saw things the rest of us don't.
要喐先有聲。唔係浸死啊嘛？呢啲嘢我聽唔到嘅喎，大佬。
Sam, I told you I don't want to talk right now.
I wonder what he saw. What his world was like.
You
reminded me so much of Calvin. Lost in his imagination. Whatever it was he saw.
佢撞得晒啲餅啊要。應該係咯。可唔可以整翻條鯨魚嚟？
Sure made him happy.
哇，點上啊，大佬嗰個位？
I worried about a baby being too happy. But I could feel him slipping away.
Sorry about that, Gregory.
I know you did everything you could. Maybe if I hadn't called that night.
Damn it. Hold on, I don't want Gregory to hear this.
我唔會浸死噶咯，冇水噶啦。哦，自己開咗水。
I wish he could have told us about the world he saw. There's so much I don't understand about Gregory, about everything.
It's an accident. 冇人想嘅。我哋變咗隻河童啊 ！Gregory 變咗隻河童，個細舅父。
But I know what happened wasn't your fault. I'm sure he's happy. And he'd want you to be happy too. Good luck, Kay. Love, Sam.
I can't imagine my mom ever writing poetry, and yet...
No playing outside without permission. No answering door for stranger. 依個係因為 Barbara。No messing after darks. All chores before dark. And respect others. 依間屋 evacuation。哇，咁木嘅喂。O 咩 fans on the hill。依間呢度睇下先。仲未睇到係咩喎？依間佢冇咁多間房嘅喎，定係有咧？我條係咪 secret 路？依個係大舅父，即係都係二舅父。
A poem for Gus, who always said the wedding was a bad idea. Our father never hit us kids, at least not very hard, before the day my brother said with teenage disregard that he'd be dead before he'd see a wedding in our yard. My father made him come, of course, but Gus stood far apart, just flew his kite and bottled up the storm inside his heart.
I
tried to talk him out of it, but though he'd never met her, We don't need a stepmom, were the words that I
now
remember.
pronounce you husband and wife. Make it
所以 Sam 因為佢哋大二鬧交，就死咗個最細舅父 Gregory， 所以就同 Kate 離咗婚之後就冇同喎，佢冇第二個樹葉喎，佢嘅 spouse 唔通？ stepmom 咁佢嘅意思，佢發脾氣，因為放風箏咁，你想我點？OK， 咁你究竟想我點呢？我呢個 game 得2個掣嘅啫。我收埋呢啲字啊。
When the time for photos came, Dad ordered him to come here. But Gus declined, and as a sign held up his middle finger.
衰仔。
The wind picked up, and panicked geese appeared and quickly went. But all the humans did that day was go inside the tent. The rain came down in buckets then, but no one seemed afraid that nature might destroy the tent our dad had crudely made. The thunder sounded much too close and full of angry power. But all my father said to this was, make the music louder. I wish that I could truly say I thought about you on that day. Out there on the beach alone, just you, the wind, the sea, and foam. But I didn't, until we found you.
She never talked about him, but Mom told me once if I was a boy, they were going to name me Gus.
即係作死打風咁，吹死定係俾雷劈死咁。Raise flag 7:30呢日頭跳條 dawn， 抹地掉垃圾 ，Gus 抹地剪草 ，Greg be a baby。Routine jump rope 100次 ，jumping jack 180定150睇150 ，push up 100，crunches 100，run to mailbox and back。佢個 mailbox 都幾遠喎。
My mom moved up to the loft after her brothers died. At the time, it was as far away as she could get.
呢個阿媽後生嗰陣咧，應該嗰本係咩？睇唔到聖經。
Religion was another thing my mom never talked about, but I think it helped her a lot after her dad died.
頭先打獵我個樣4，我嗰時可能已經死晒啲細佬。688、69、10幾，冇理由冇帶 gas 出嚟啫，有時。Don San J.
She spent a summer building houses in Calcutta, where she met my dad, Sanjay.
Whee! 冇得打沙包。呢批易玩啊！呢個 bouldering 呢種黃色嗰種係幾好揸嘅，同埋係會有磨砂面。
My mom moved to India a week after graduation and got a job teaching English. Louis was born a year later.
太陽能，太陽能，太陽能。觀星同埋2樓，呢個係冇得落。
When my dad died, I don't think Mom knew where else to go.
Only one way up, one way up, Dawn.
I'm sure Edie was happy to have her back.
仲野 Louis Melton.
And to see kids in the house again.
Edith，我啊。
The house had to get a little bigger, but Edie was used to that.
唔係啊，佢哋返嚟嗰時都死晒咁滯嗰代。
And for a while, things were good.
Sunday
almost
school.
normal.
Yeah, homeschooling.
But it didn't last.
呢啲屋企名、學名。Melton 唔見咗，即係冇功課。我喺度留到最大㗎啦，已經。呼 The Curse 話做功課 ，OK。Edith Finch。應該今晚可以玩完一轉嘅。Scientific method, observation, questions, research, hypothesis, experiment, data, conclusion. But it didn't last.
The beginning of the end was Milton's 10th birthday, when Edie gave him a castle.
Melton 間房。
After Milton disappeared, the only thing he left behind was a room full of paintings.
Milton 失蹤嗰時11歲都幾靚喎啲畫。已經係有咩天鵝嗰隻 game 嗰個 Swan。係咯，呢隻 game 咪係 Swan 嗰隻 game， 係咯，認得喎啲畫風。
I think Edie was happy to finally have another painter in the family.
係咯，我哋認得啲畫風，嗰啲個地圖，呢個熱氣球架船，依關咪好似第2關定第3關，嗰個種嘢嗰個。射波出嚟染顏色嗰個啊嘛，係幾好玩嘅。Melton 2 Melton 係我二哥 ，OK。嗰隻 game 叫咩咧？等陣啊，即刻。The Unfinished Swan 係，所以啲畫係未完成，但係都係黃色、黑色、藍色。Melton 原來但我隻 Unfinished Swan 係我哋阿媽有支神奇畫筆。
Milton Finch in The Magic Paintbrush.
Inception。佢失蹤就係話佢入咗第二個世界。最後其實可以揾返個細佬啊咁。
I was 4 when Milton disappeared.
原來同一間公司做我都冇為意。
Mom spent months searching for my brother. Then she sealed the doors.
佢喺呢個門啊入咗去啊，傻豬！
Whatever Milton had found in the house, Mom didn't want it getting out. Mom definitely blamed Edie, but I think Louis blamed himself. After he graduated, he just spent more and more time in his room, until Mom got him a job at the cannery.
一個水手夢，黃埔花園咁啊，有架艇喺度。
Lewis's room smelled very, very familiar. That part of him lived on.
就嗰啲水煙，有大麻。
Dear Mrs. Finch, as Lewis's psychiatrist, I can understand your desire for an explanation. As I see it, the trouble began in January, shortly after we convinced your son to seek treatment for substance abuse. Newly sober, I believe Lewis first noticed the monotony of his daily life. He kept working at the cannery, but he withdrew part of himself. In our sessions, I saw the same behavior. His mind began to wander.
哇，仲要兩個一齊玩。
I asked him to describe it. He said he started small, imagining a labyrinth. He'd feel his way about. Then something moved. Bats and toads. And things that have not names. He knew it was all in his head. But he took it very seriously. I had hoped he'd find himself. But he found something more. I worried about him then. Daydreaming at the cannery. I spoke with his boss. But he said Lewis had become a model employee. Methodical, tireless, focused. Like a whole new Lewis. So I let him go on. I even encouraged him. It seemed very promising at first. He told me he'd made a new friend. On the edge of a city he named Lewis Topia. He built the city up slowly, brick by brick. Then he made musicians. And songs for them to play. He talked about starting a band. And he was always humming something. Every day his imagination grew stronger. He no longer spoke at the cannery. But his chopping was as reliable as ever. Then one day it struck him that all the cheering crowds, even the stones under his feet, were all in his imagination, so he could do whatever he wished.
啊，變咗暴力啊！
He held an election for mayor. And he won. They begged him to stay, but his mind was already wandering. It became a game for him. He'd conquer a city, then immediately push on. New Louisville. St. Louis. He started drifting away from our reality.
妄想
Minneapolis. Until one day he forgot to go home from the cannery.
做咗成日。
Even as his
OT.
mother pleaded with him, part of Lewis kept sailing on. In Louisburg, he heard rumors of a...
I see. Beautiful prince, handsome queen. 哦，即係男女不分啫，咁唔係精神病啊，同性戀，認知障礙。handsome queen 都係 queen 啦。 有精神病之後，日都好精神啊！
was on her own quest for...
個 Queen 想要 Rainbow，
Radiant rainbows.
我已經撞冧咗個彩虹，其實係咪冇一個長輩？會唔會呢啲有長輩 ？Journey 咁。
He followed the sound of her.
Electric sitar.
Electric sitar.
sitar 即係小吉他鄉村嗰啲嘢，我估係嘛？
His chase led him to a golden palace east of the sun and west of the moon. Even then, his logic remained sound. He knew the world was all in his imagination.
斬唔切啊！
but he was so proud of having created it. In his own eyes, he'd become something greater than a king.
呢啲天上天下唯我獨尊噶咯喎，呢啲有咗精
For
神
someone
病。
who'd never known success in the real world, I think it was overwhelming. And then it struck him that the real Lewis was not the one chopping salmon, but the one climbing the steps of a golden palace. My imagination is as real as my body, he told me. It was hard to argue with him.
然之翻到嚟收工。OT Canary.
He began to forget the world we know. I think it pained him to remember Lewis, the cannery worker.
所以佢就 Oh no！
He began to despise the man with a royal contempt.
佢黐咗線，入咗自己嘅世界去。We can't save
I still
him.
thought I could save him. Even after he said he was being crowned king over all the lands of wonder. The palace would be packed with his companions. Including the wise Calico who'd insisted on advising him.
習大大登基。
His queen waited, holding his crown. There was only one thing left to do.
皇權天授啊！我哋死得咁激烈。哦，做個皇冠。
The rest I think you know. Mrs. Finch, your son was a kind man who will be missed by all of us who knew him.
My brother was really cool. I wish you could have met him.
好啦，我哋蘇花見晒全家啦，只不過係未畫阿太婆。我最勁嗰座嘢都未爬上去。
On the way back from Lewis's funeral, my mom told me to start packing. She waited until the day before we left to tell Edie. I'm not sure if she wanted to make it easier or harder.
Dawn， 所以而家可能最後係認識 Dawn 同 Edith。
I wish we'd stayed.
Edith。
But I understand why we left. My mom ended up leaving everything behind. What happened that night had been coming for a long time.
So 阿太婆都係嘅，同一年死係有咪有原因啊？逼死咗佢，阿媽走所以逼死佢。定係就係太婆係有蠱惑？我覺得好齊嗰啲嘢，雀仔係 Molly， 風箏係 Guess。
But it had to end one way or another. All that's left now is to tell you about that last night.
認識自己 ，readers 好。
last day, Edie just watched us pack and didn't say a word. Until supper, when she raised her glass and said,
"To our final night together, and all our final nights apart."
Grandma, you know what I said about alcohol. Some of your medications are very
Edith,
specific.
I left a present for you in the hallway. Why don't you go open it? The grown-ups have to argue now.
I'm sorry, you're right. We're all leaving tomorrow. Let's just enjoy our last...
I'm not leaving.
Edith, you're excused.
嗰時死係10年，即係我哋係11歲。哦，2樓冇理由啦，我哋唔係應該飯廳食嘢？
The power had been shut off that morning, but Edie always had plenty of candles.
其實根本佢哋一
When
路
my
係
mom
見
said the
鬼。
library, I don't think she knew about the other entrance. Or that Edie had a key to it.
Elf. 其實佢細個已經入咗我去。
The thing you're afraid of isn't going to end when you leave the house. Edith has a right to know these stories.
My children are dead because of your stories!
Fish and shellfish, flames of infinite hastening 係呢啲之前都見過嘅書咯。
I think it's best if Edith and I leave tonight. We'll have the nursing home send a van for you in the morning, okay?
仲未 get 到係咩啊 ？History of the Finches by Edith Finch 筆記。
Dear Edith, there's so many stories I wish I could tell you, but there's only time for one. This is about what happened on the night you were born. That night, the tide went way, way out.
哦，所以間祖屋露晒出嚟係咪？
It was the first and last time I ever saw the old house aground. There'd been an earthquake out in the middle of the ocean. They called it the lowest tide in 1,000 years. God, it smelled awful. You know, I've seen that house every day of my life. But I never thought I'd go back to it.
哦，我而家阿
When
嫲
the fog
太
rolled
破。
in, I lost my way. I got turned around. For a while, I wandered. I started seeing things.
我哋一落車嚟就咪見到隻鹿咯。向直行得㗎啦，呢啲。
Things I'd forgotten had ever existed. But when I saw them, they felt like old friends. That night, a lot of things came back to me. Or maybe I came back to them.
開門返屋企啦！我返嚟啦。
Things I can't explain, but that I need you to try and...
Edith, what are you doing in here?
It's mine.
Edith!
Mom, you're gonna rip it! Let go! I kicked and screamed, but Mom dragged me to the car. I never saw Great-Grandma Edie again. The next morning, the van came to pick her up, but she was already gone. After that, we moved around a lot. We both tried to make the best of it. A few years went by.
我哋掃返下先。
My mom didn't like to talk about it. But she started getting sick a lot. She got better for a while, and then she didn't. And then I was alone.
媽過身先16年，即係佢17歲，即係而家。
Last Finch left alive. Until I found out about you.
Baby.
I'm still not sure what to tell you about all this. If we lived forever, maybe we'd have time to understand things. But as it is, I think the best we can do is try to open our eyes. And appreciate how strange and brief all of this is.
呢個就係每個人出世經過嘅生死第一關，最緊要嘅生死關。Push. Push.
This journal was supposed to be for you. But now I hope you'll never see it. I just want to meet you. And tell you all these stories myself. But I guess if you're reading this now, things didn't work out that way.
保細保唔到大啊！
This is where your story begins. I'm sorry I won't be there to see it. It's a lot to ask, but I don't want you to be sad that I'm gone. I want you to be amazed that any of us ever had a chance to be here at all. Good luck.
雖然個古仔一早因為個 game 太受歡迎啦，所以一早就知道其實一開始我哋就 Edith 其實已經係死咗，所以先返嚟呢間祖屋。但係始終親身經歷過入面好多故仔咧，特別其實最出名嗰兩個故仔就係第一個 Molly 變貓啦，變貓出去追雀仔。第二個就係個大哥 Louis 喺魚廠切魚，嗰種精神病係佢哋即係精神病患佢見到個世界係就係入咗第二個世界就係控制唔到，就係唔 get，係好好咁帶出咗嘅。即係咁多年嚟已經好多 game 啊，講 indie 啊，講題材呢啲 walking simulator 係會有提到一個好好嘅例子，所以我啲都係知道。咁但係當然佢唔係個個屋企人個古仔嘅回憶都係做到咁大咁出色啦，即係有啲好淡淡就過咗嘅。太空人嗰個啦，千秋。係唔錯嘅 walking simulator 嘅。 我阿嫲嗰橛就阿太婆嗰橛就係、呢個就病床嗰度噶咯喎，咁佢都 cut 得好細喎，咁後面啲篇幅去得好快喎。或者你兩個一齊。呢個值得算。OK，咁我哋睇下漏咗幾多個獎杯先。Total PS5 係有9個機會可以唔漏咗嘅。咁就 total 有12個獎杯啦，咁一個白金唔計咧，11個，我哋而家係攞咗6個。撞鬼咯！咁呢啲我死咯！咁有個係要望晒咁多個 P hole，我唔知爭邊個。可唔可以一翻去個 game 一開始啊？好，我哋搞啲簡單嘅先，要影要影相影兔仔。
Dawn, I promise, you'll never forget this weekend.
Yes, sir.
These memories are gonna last a lifetime.
Hmm?
Perfect.
Am I gonna have to shoot anything? It's gonna rain the whole weekend, isn't it?
我有隻兔仔。Down to the right。我保護色喎，大佬，兔仔。
I will never forget this weekend, Dad.
That's the spirit.
Please just take the damn picture.
Hey, language.
兔仔。
Did you want to get a picture of me or what?
好，影咗啦。 一入門口，Molly 嗰個睇過。點解要玩到似 Kelvin 嘅故仔？因為係要知佢。Drunken Sailor。哦，捉兔仔要做返 Molly。
I got the sense Edie had spent a lot of time here.
December 13th, 1947. Dear Diary, I'll be gone soon, but I wanted to tell somebody about what's gonna happen. It started when Mom sent me to bed without dinner. I woke up and I was starving, so I looked around for something to eat. The gerbil food was dry, but I didn't mind it. I thought about eating Christopher, but I held back. I kept eating and eating. I ate a lot of things that night. Then I heard chirping outside my window. It was a barn swallow going back to her nest. I reached out for her. And suddenly, I was a cat. I tried to be quiet, but the bird was really scared. I jumped and I almost got her.
啊！隻衰雀喺嗰
Now
邊。
I was up in the big tree. I promised Dad I wouldn't climb it anymore. All I cared about was eating that mama bird. I gobbled her up. And suddenly, I was an owl. First, all I heard was the wind. Then I heard little teeth nibbling in the grass. Rabbits.
I got the sense Edie had spent a lot of time here. Before my mom sealed the doors.
唉，個獎杯兩下
December 13th, 1947.
麻鷹撲
Dear
兔
Diary,
就
I'll
要
be
捉
gone
兩
soon,
隻。
but I wanted to tell somebody about what's gonna happen. It started when Mom sent me to bed without dinner. I woke up and I was starving, so I looked around for something to eat. The gerbil food was dry, but I didn't mind it. I ate a lot of things that night.
應該觸發到啦啩？
I kept eating and eating.
3個鐘頭爆，跟住而家補獎杯，我希望1個鐘
Then I
得
heard
啦。
chirping outside my window. It was a barn swallow going back to her nest. I reached out for her. And suddenly, I was a cat. I tried to be quiet, but the bird was really scared. Mom and Dad didn't even look at me. I jumped and I almost got her. I could tell she was getting really tired. Now I was up in the big tree. I promised Dad I wouldn't climb it anymore. All I cared about was eating that mama bird. I gobbled her up. And suddenly, I was an owl. First, all I heard was the wind. Then I heard little teeth nibbling in the grass.
Tim, 咬咗一聲。咩啊？我見唔到，我唔夠膽撳掣撲落去，我又撲唔到點算？
imagined his face looking up and seeing mine through my talons. I swallowed him up, and I didn't chew one bit. Then I flew off to find something bigger.
等到佢自己彈個字出嚟先。
A mama rabbit.
睇唔到喎。好，兩個獎杯。
She was almost too big to carry. I started choking, but I couldn't stop eating. And suddenly, I was a shark.
會唔會棘得太硬啊？呢個位。
I rolled off a cliff and into the ocean. Now, I was hungrier than ever.
我哋頭先有啲咩食？啊，海絲。
I wanted fat, juicy seals. I tore off her flipper, and it tasted really good.
Dun 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 dun.
Grabbed on tight. But I was so hungry, I jumped out of the water. When I opened my eyes, everything had changed. A monster and I smelled people
係咯，估唔到喺摩利呢一關有咁多隱藏獎杯，甩咗幾個都係呢關。獅子撲兔。
I was big and real quiet. To stop, but also I didn't.
You 聽佢唱係成首歌，水手歌。
Passenger, I was still hungry. And across the water, I smelled something new. Something I had to have, so I swam towards it.
點解要玩多次太空人？
I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin, and that he never talked about him. I guess my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it. My brother said he'd die before he ate another mushroom, and he did. At Barbara's funeral, we swore we'd never be afraid again, and he wasn't. I think Calvin always wanted to fly.
Sam! Calvin! Dinner's ready! Coming!
But that day, he finally made up his mind to do it.
依個係要兩個
I told him
所有
going
一
around
齊
was impossible. Maybe if I hadn't said that,
Calvin! I'm not gonna tell you again!
maybe if the wind hadn't picked up, and maybe he'd still be here. But I doubt it. I think he'd already made up his mind. That's what I want to remember about my brother. The day he made up his mind to fly. And he did.
Calvin's story felt strangely familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing.
好，跟住就係而家最麻煩嗰個獎杯啦。 先，可唔可以就咁出返間屋？
After the funeral, Edie roped off Calvin's half of the room.
Mom said Grandpa Sam enlisted at 18 and never set foot in the room again.
The passages were a pretty tight fit. They'd obviously been built for smaller hands and bellies.
好，而家出返嚟間屋啦，我哋可以逐個做返嗰啲 P 號，邊個未做？一開始裝後院嗰個記得忘咗，第二個就入屋 first floor。係啦，圖書館咁呢個忘咗啦，要望到佢講嘢。
Edie told me once that every Finch who ever lived is buried somewhere in the library.
跟住第三個摩尼房，呢啲全部睇咗，不過我哋 in case 咁啊，做多次咁解。
Molly always seemed like a girl I could imagine being friends with, if she hadn't died in 1947.
Barbara 房。
Barbara was a child star for 2 years, until America grew out of it.
轉彎有間 Swan and Edith。
The last time I was in Edith Sr.'s room, I was 10 and she was painting my portrait.
跟住就 George room， 廁所嘛，咁一定忘咗啦，幾次添啊！
As a kid, I just assumed every house had peepholes and sealed rooms you weren't allowed inside of.
跟住就 Sam and Calvin。
My Grandpa Sam spent 7 years sharing a room with his dead brother, Calvin.
跟住海邊嗰個望遠鏡望咗 Gus 個故仔之後，跟住就 Gus 之後嘅。
After Milton disappeared, the only thing he left behind was a room full of paintings.
跟住就最後就 Louis 房冇望咩？ 又好似真係冇望喎，而家咁樣睇。獎杯白金。
Everyone always told me to stay out of Lewis's room, except Lewis.
唔錯 ，good game， 白金了。唉， 唉，一個比憂傷故事更加憂傷。冇我想象中呢幾年呢5、6年咁 hype up 咗個 expectation， 但係都係一個好故仔好 game。小公司小作品嚟講，已經係非常之好嗰啲 graphic、遊戲性、narrative， 大家值得去玩啊！收台啦，拜拜。